What is up, nerds? It is Reptile DIY here again, and today we are going to be fixing up a pair of broken vintage platforms. So let's get this shit started. Alright guys, first and foremost, I am not a professional cobbler, but I am going to show you the cheap and easy way to fix your Gothic platforms. I'm going to show you how to fix up these Demonia creepers right here, and I'm going to show you how to apply this method to platform goth boots as well. Let's talk about supplies. So first and foremost, you are going to need some shoe glue. It's about $6 at Walmart. That's if you buy it in the first place. You are also going to need a woodworking clamp. You can get these at any hardware store. They're definitely worth the investment. The one I'm using today is an 18-inch clamp. Maybe your daddy has one. If not, he'll buy you one if you ask. As well as some rubbing alcohol, a razor, some scrap pieces of wood, your boyfriend's toothbrush, a sponge brush or paintbrush, and some light grit sandpaper. So let's get started with stripping our mating surfaces. So you're gonna take some rubbing alcohol or some vodka, whatever you got laying around, put it on a rag and just really wipe down both sides of your shoe, your platform, and the actual part of your shoe. You're trying to get as much of that glue and that debris that's stuck on that shoe, you're trying to get that off as much as possible, all right? So let that soak in, rub it off, then you're just gonna take your boyfriend's toothbrush and just scrub the hell out of those mating surfaces. And it's not gonna be completely clean, but just get it as clean as you can. You could even go back with a razor. I know you guys have a couple of those laying around, but just try to get that excess glue off. Just don't cut too deep, but just try to clean it up nice and clean, all right? Then go back and just, try to get more glue off with some rubbing alcohol. It's a process, it's gonna take a while, but you just want both those mating surfaces nice and clean. And if you have some light grit sandpaper, you can even hit it up, but don't hit it up too hard. Just a little bit, and rough it up on both sides, all right? Now we're going to apply our shoe glue. For this, I just put it on a paper plate, piece of cardboard, whatever you have handy. Take your sponge brush, and you're just gonna lather those mating surfaces, all right? Just get it all good and up in there, okay? You know how it goes, but both sides, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna do a little time lapse to make this go by a lot faster. And another thing to remember, guys, is that this method fixes any shoes, just not platform shoes. Any shoes at all, boots. It's not going to be a permanent fix, but it will keep it, it'll put it back on there for a while, okay? But you can reapply as needed. Also, I forgot to record this, but make sure you get your shoe glue on the actual platform side of the shoe as well. Very nice, very nice. So now that we have both of our sides covered in glue, we're going to take a small piece of wood. You want the wood to be able to fit inside of your shoe or your boot. You're going to put it right in there in the sole, and you get another piece of wood for underneath the platform. Then we're going to come back with our wood clamp. We are going to clamp it down. Try to do it at like kind of a 45-degree angle, and just make sure it's more at an angle so it's more set in the middle of your shoe or your boot, if that makes any sense. I guess you can kind of see me doing it right there. Yes, it'll be set right in the middle, nice and tight, and essentially we're just going to let that dry for 48 hours. Now guys, here's something I forgot to mention beforehand. If you want to take some painter's tape and put it around the edge of your shoe so you don't get any excess glue on it, do that way before you add the glue. I didn't do it here, obviously, but if you do get a little bit of glue on it, it's not a big deal. Just take your rubbing alcohol and rub it off nice and clean, okay? It's super easy shit. Alright guys, so this is the part of the video I know you all are waiting for. You're probably like, but Reptile, my Demonia boots from Doll's Kill fell apart. How do I fix them? This is how you fix them. It's exactly the same method, but you're going to want to take like a really long 2x4 or whatever piece of wood that'll fit in like the length of your boot, and use that instead. See what I'm doing over there? I got my old ass Mad Max boots right there. And just use that long plank of wood to press down, all right? Same exact method. If you need to put some wood underneath the boot, underneath the platform, go right ahead. This is where those really long wood clamps come in handy. Like I said, the one I'm using is 18 inches. I'm sure you can get them bigger, and it's definitely an investment if you have a lot of platform goth boots. Eventually, the platforms are going to fall off, but even buying just one wood clamp is definitely an investment if you have a big collection of platform goth boots. You can reuse these clamps over and over again, and it's definitely worth the money. But like I said, it is the exact same method that I showed you earlier. We're just doing it on a pair of boots, and we're using that piece of wood. So anyway, just let those sit for 48 hours or so, and it'll be good as new-ish. So here we go. It's been 48 hours or so. We're gonna take the clamps off our creepers, and it's gonna be perfect. And there we go, just pull the wood out, and there we go. It's all ready to be worn. Like I said, super easy and cheap way to fix these. You know, don't throw these away. If you're gonna be wearing platforms, they're eventually gonna fall apart. It's just part of the game. But here's a cheap, easy way to fix it. I'll stop rambling, but here is our finished, fixed up, vintage Demonia creepers. Hopefully you learned something, guys. And if you've enjoyed this video, then definitely check out my other tutorials where I show you how to make your own DIY punk, goth, and alternative clothes. I have 17 years in the game at this point, so if you want to learn a thing or two, definitely hit that button. Until next time, see you later, nerds.